everybody. Welcome to Divas of the Round Table podcast. I'm your girl, Nikki Nicole, here with Miss Hammer Glamour, Spicy Red, and Ladybug. And on today's show, we have a special guest. We have Miss Kitty of Kitty Customs Cleanings. Welcome, Kitty, to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, all right. Let me give an introduction, man. This talented lady,
Yes.
she's a powerful, driven woman. She was born and raised in Jacksonville, Florida, being educated in the Duval County school system. She also went on to graduate from Florida State College of Jacksonville with her AA degree in business. After 15 years in the mortgage industry, she decided to take the plunge and go into entrepreneurship, starting Kitty's Custom Cleaning Service.
Right.
It's a residential cleaning service, and she just goes into homes, clean up, and get people right. And also, she has two beautiful daughters, Dominique and Monique. She loves spending time with them, and also with her granddaughter, Camille.
All right.
In her free time, she teaches dance to special needs children and also underserviced girls. She's an avid reader. She's a pillar in her community. And she's also the recent winner of Power 106.1, Jacksonville's Best Local Business 2024 Award.
All right, Kitty.
Kitty, yeah. All right, Kitty. Thank you for coming on our show. And we was thinking about who can we get from the community that's an asset to the community to come on the show and just speak to people and talk about entrepreneurship, and being that you have several different things going on, different avenues, multiple streams of income. We wanted you to come on and give your story and let people know that it's possible and they can do it too. And just to kind of shine a light on you, give you your roses, and also let people know that you came from humble beginnings and you are the businesswoman that you are today, and they could be successful as well. So tell us a little bit
And
of your
you're a
story.
Trojan.
Oh,
She left that out. I thought I'd add that.
okay, Trojan. Yes.
So y'all know.
Okay, so share some of your story with us.
Well, my story was I was always in corporate America. Well, let's go back. I went to Reebok, 1992. I had a daughter the year I graduated. I graduated in March, and I had my daughter. I had her in March, graduated in June, and then I had another daughter the next year. So things kind of was a little iffy back then. But then I went to school, got my degree, different things like that, and started working in corporate America. And I was a mortgage underwriter and just tired of Bank of America and didn't want to go to any other company.
Understood.
You know what I mean? Once you get in corporate America, you can get stuck in it.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. And it's like if I left Bank of America, I just go to Chase, do the same thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes I was feeling like God was just leading me somewhere else. It was time to do something, and I could not figure out what it was. And I was dating this guy, and he would work out in and out of town. So before he would come back, I would clean his house, we would chill out, and then it was like that. One day he called me, he said, "Baby, you're always cleaning my house. You're cleaning so good. How about I pay you?" I said, "Oh, exactly. Okay, I'll take that." Got off the phone, called him right back. I said, "Maybe that's something that I could do. Maybe I can start cleaning houses." He said, "You know what? When I get home, I'll get you a phone." To this day, I still have that same phone number.
Wow.
Now, we're not together. I ported it over from where it was, but still, to this day, I have that same phone number. And I started cleaning houses at night. So I would work during the day, cleaning houses at night. And then it got to the point where it was like Bank of America was actually getting in the way, because I was realizing a lot of people want their houses cleaned during the day. So when they get off work, the house could be clean.
Yeah.
And I had to make a decision. And I told you, I had a meeting with my manager in December. And I told him, I said, "Hey, I've been doing my own cleaning service. Maybe around June, I'm going to leave." February, I'm driving across the Boatman Bridge, and Steve Harvey Jump comes on. I had no idea that it was pre-recorded, because he did that when he was on the Family Feud.
Okay.
And he was saying, "You got to jump. You got to take the scrapes, the bruises, and it ain't going to, be perfect or nothing." And it was like, the only reason I said June is because June was so far away that I kind of didn't have to face the reality right now. And my thing was either do it now or never do it.
Yeah.
And I actually went in that day and resigned.
Jeez.
I can tell y'all I had a plan. Because I did not. I did have a lot of houses I was cleaning. So I did not really, it was a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I didn't know, because I'm going to tell you, if I'd have known then what it was going to take to be and do what I'm doing, I'd have been too scared.
Yeah.
I didn't know that it was going to take me to become a different person, a different mindset, reading all those books, taking all those classes, dealing with all of these different customers so much. I truly had to become a different person. But sometimes what happens is we live in our fear. So had I known that it was going to be so much, I probably wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
And I am so glad that I did.
All right. Yeah.
I heard you just say
Awesome.
something about reading books. I caught your live yesterday, and that was one of the things that you pointed out. Instead of like watching something on TV or whatever, download a book, read a book. You know, read something, and that's a really big part of being successful is learning from other successful people.
Right.
And that way you learn the pitfalls. You know, you learn things to maneuver through, and you learn that you got to have resilience. You got to keep pushing on because it don't happen overnight. It very rarely somebody strike when the iron's hot and it's an all go. But a lot of people have bumps and bruises along the way, and that's one of the things you can get from learning and reading other people's
Even
stories.
if you don't read, I like a little audible sometimes.
what
I
I'm
like to listen to it.
Yeah.
I like to hear the
I'm
knowledge.
an audible.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I'm tired. So if I waited to get home to read, I wouldn't get it done.
Yeah.
My goal is the knowledge, not how I get it. I just need to get
Right.
it.
So, knowledge.
In my Audible, I have like 170 books, and I pay for Audible $15 a month. because
Right.
It's important
Me
to
too.
me.
Right.
And so usually what'll happen is when you're looking at when you're reading about an author will talk about other authors, and then you just put it on pause, go in there and see. Let me find that book. Because if Oprah is talking about Tyler, then Tyler's talking about T.D. Jakes. These are just people right off the top of the dome. You can go in and read their different books, and a lot of times self-help books and all kind of business books. They'll refer to other authors, and it just takes you down a rabbit hole of knowledge. You know what I mean?
You got me ready to step my Audible game up. I got all
Yeah.
that Stephen King and Dean Koontz on there. I need to change it. I'm
lot
getting
of
scared. I'm
books.
scared. I'm just reading hard all the time.
Use your spare time to grow.
Yes.
You remember in school they used to have a thing when you was in elementary. Do you use your time wisely?
Oh.
That's
Okay.
a thing. And so it's like, if I know I need to get what I need to get, let me figure out how to get it. Because at the end of the day, that's going to make me better, which will make, like I do my stuff for my family, my daughters. If my daughters don't see me read, why would they? If they don't see me step out, why would they?
Okay.
Let's get into the dry erase board. She hit on her live yesterday. Kitty has a whole dry erase board in her house, a whiteboard.
I want to know
And
more
she
about
has
that.
all
That's
of this
awesome.
stuff on there. Quotes. You have what goals and things that you're gonna accomplish and achieve. I guess things I came in after you was already into the dry erase board. So tell us a little bit more about that dry erase board.
What I learned with the dry erase board is, number one, you have so much circulating in your brain that you can't keep up with it.
Right.
And then you end up like forgetting a lot of stuff. So what I do is I have a dry erase board, and I have a section between businesses. And I have a section with to-dos, follow-ups, and quotes.
Okay.
And it just helps you stay organized. And originally I didn't have the quote part. But after, reading books and listening to stuff, sometimes when I get down on myself, I have to go in and look at those quotes to help me out.
Right.
And like I was talking with Nicole, I was saying, it was one quote where it says, powerful women thrive. Strong women survive. Don't just call me a strong woman. I ain't trying to just be out here just surviving. I want to thrive and live like y'all living doing this. That's thriving. That's helping other people. A lot of times we would have seen our grandmama and our mama struggle, and they were strong. Strong will cut your life short.
But they were the main ones telling us to step out on faith. Have the faith of a mustard seed. And they never did.
They never did.
Never did.
Right.
They were too busy surviving.
Surviving.
They was always in survival mode.
Survival mode. Amen.
Like
Lady
my
Bug.
mom, I'm gonna tell you, and I love my mom to death. When I first started this cleaning, because I was an underwriter at Bank of America, my mom was like, Kiki, because my family called me Kiki. Kiki, I see you doing your cleaning, but I don't think you should leave that job. That's a good job. Because of what she knew.
Complacent.
Want to be complacent. From Prudential for 35 years. She was there. It was a year later that my mom came to that front door. We were standing at the house on Palmdale. And she said, I think if you were going to leave, now would be the time. The fact that it changed her from when she was watching me, that it changed her to even say that. And I could have like almost cried because I know her, how her mindset was. But she said, I think if you were going to leave, now would be the time. Sometimes you have to just do what you do and let other people just watch it. And don't fight the change. Don't fight to try to make them see where you are. Just do what you do
naturally,
and let them just eventually they'll come around. Because if I would have started trying to fight my mama on that thing, I'd have spent more emotional time and
fighting her,
and going for the goal.
Taking away from yourself.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
So you all over the place.
I love it.
So
multifaceted.
This is just a rundown of some of the businesses that Kitty has.
All right now.
She has Kitty's Cleaning Service, Kitty's Lawn Service. She has the 360 booth. She has vacation rentals, car rentals, Kitty's Braids, bartending. Kitty's Laundry, and also Rising CEO Academy. Please, because out of all of that, I know how to rent a car. I know how to rent a crib. I know how the camera spin around. I can twirl and do all of this. And I can pour my own drink, but I appreciate your services. But how do we do what we do with the CEO Academy? Because Rising CEO is something that really piques my interest. What is it that you're doing at the Rising CEO Academy?
Rising CEO Academy is a business mentorship. We meet via Zoom twice a month. And because I have so many people come to me a lot of times just asking about business and how you start, and I'm going through this, and what happens is many people aren't business owners, so they feel like they don't have anybody to talk to.
Okay.
So what I did was I gathered, just got a group of people, and we sit and we talk about business. We talk about how you run your bank account, just different things like that. And we talk about personal. Like one of mine that I remember the most is 12 Habits to Divorce. It's a lot of your own habits that you have to fix in order to even be able to step out on faith. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
So you're saying divorce those bad habits?
Divorce those bad habits.
Divorce those bad habits. Okay.
I go into them later, but it's like 12 habits to divorce. Like one of the habits is procrastination.
Okay. Yes.
A lot of people have procrastination. And I fight against it myself, because sometimes you don't want to do it, you're just like, or if you're scared, you tend to procrastinate and fix things. I have people like, well, I'm trying to get my business plan together and blah, blah, blah. Saying you're trying to get your business plan together is just a way of procrastinating on actually doing the business.
Okay.
If you're going to sell wigs, just go out there and get some wigs and start selling them, and then start working.
So you think that, does that have financial have anything to do with that, maybe, the procrastination part of it to you?
Yeah, it could be a lot of things. Sometimes it's just
finances,
because that's the main thing. You don't have
being able to buy the wig.
But a lot of times people they don't know where to start.
Yeah.
Or they're very talented. And oftentimes we equate talent to being able to run a business.
Okay.
We equate being able to do hair to owning and running a hair salon,
And
which
that's
is
not
definitely
true.
not true.
It's not true. Yeah.
Definitely.
Right.
But I see so many young adults right now that are just stepping out on faith and what they know how to do. They're not hairstylists. They ain't washing and setting like the old school. They are just putting in, installing wigs and breaking down, installing wigs and telling you to wash before you get there, and making thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars off of part of it, and I'm like, wow.
But at least one thing about it is, even though I don't particularly care for the technique, that they're doing it.
Right.
They come from a generation, like our generation, well, I know mine, was with my mom, who worked the same job at Prudential for 35 years. So that's how I was raised. Now they get to see the value in entrepreneurship. Remember when we were little, most entrepreneurial women were hairdressers and realtors.
That's it.
Nothing else. Right. And we didn't even think that it was something that we could actually do.
Yeah.
And that entrepreneurship, yes, it is work, but the freedom that you get the being able to do how you want to do it when you want to do it. And if you got a client you don't want to be bothered with, you just. But if you're working at a job and they say you got to deal with this client,
you have no other choice.
That was my first lesson in entrepreneurship. I had a cleaning client. I used to dread going over there. Then one day I sat in the bed. I said, "Girl, this your business. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Why are you doing this? Cut her off."
Yeah.
And that's like a big lesson we're so used to as black women doing what we got to do with whatever. You know, we got to deal with it that we don't get to. I could just cut that off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, speaking of what when Hammer was talking about the young people that's doing a service and making $1,000, like you said, you could have the talent, but if they don't have the business mindset, those thousands of dollars, they might as well be making $10.
Right.
If you don't know what to do with that money when you make it. You know what I mean?
But they're not investing it. They're already buying the big stuff that they see, the glitz and the glamour and the stuff they see online and everything. Yeah. They look as if they're comfortable, but they don't have.
Me and my daughter were talking about that the other day. My daughter has Kitty Braids by Mo. And what she does is she's actually found her niche. She does little girls' braids, 2 to 12.
Okay.
And when I say she stays booked to the point where she's in her own salon by herself.
Okay.
But we were talking about how, she was saying, Mama, how certain girls that have like grand openings and come in my salon, blah, blah, blah.
Ribbon cutting.
They're not even there. They just going pillar.
Right.
They can't keep the booth rent or nothing, but it'll seem like
all for the show.
For the show. But it's the business sense that keeps you from going.
Listen, I'm smiling because when y'all say for the show and then you say the business, I swear, I think I said this, I think I said it to the producers. I love the movie Get On Up, the James Brown story.
Good movie.
Yeah, I like the movie.
And he wanted to do a show at the Apollo and have it a certain way. And the white guy that owned the record label told him, say, you the show. I'm the business. Right? I handle the business, you the show. And James later told his manager, book the Apollo. Because if I'm going to be the show, I'm going to be the business too.
That part.
And when he said that, always stuck with me. And I just said, you know what? If I'm going to be the show, I'm going to be the business too. And that even goes with the podcast, like me talking to the producers, just finding out different things. You know, people work with the cameras and stuff. Okay, how do we do this? How do we do that? Y'all doing it. I'm not trying to take over. But if something was to happen, I need to make sure
that you know.
That I know the business and not just be the show.
Because if you know the business, you can do anything. I can own a salon and not know how to do hair because I know how to.
The manager, you be the person that, I
know how to get that light bill and my commercial light bill. You know how to do all of that kind of stuff. So that's why I say sometimes people equate talent to business.
Yes.
Because you're good at something doesn't make you really business sense.
Business sense,
I'm like, girl, you know how much money you can make making those pies? Well, this and that and other, but they come to try to borrow money from you. When God gave you a talent,
right.
do it. You know what I mean?
Okay, so where do you see yourself, like you got all of this stuff. I mean, I just read it off and I'm pretty sure we probably missing a thing or two. I know you got your
Kitty's car wash.
Kitty's
yes, on them China, around yes.
I didn't put on there.
I said,
adjacent to the rental, say yes.
I said, Kitty is like an octopus. Girl, you need some more arms.
And not only houses, I mean businesses. I mean corporate businesses. Yes.
It's me and my brothers and my sisters and my daughters.
Yes.
So us together, like my brother Dietrich is Kitty's car wash. Tracy is Kitty's vacation rentals. Remember on the podcast, on the live, I was saying the value is. I was saying something. The value is bringing value to me. You don't have to be up front.
Yes,
as long
you
as
did
you
say
bring
that.
value.
Right.
Like with vacation rentals, I'm number 2. Car wash, I'm number 2. Actually cleaning now is ran by my sister Dion.
Wow.
So I have to, I don't mind. My thing is bring value to the businesses. And if the family is doing it, nobody is begging.
Yes.
Ain't nobody hurt.
Love it.
Like that and this and this. You got everybody able to make income.
Everybody got a seat at the table.
And that takes out a lot of strife, a lot of resentment.
Yes.
Too. I just bring everybody, but these are my
the core.
That's your core.
The core family,
exactly.
But it helps everybody. So we use the Kitty name because of the familiarity. But in some of those, I don't lead vacation rentals. Tracy does.
Right.
I don't lead the car wash. Dietrich does. I truly don't lead cleaning anymore. Dion does.
Yeah.
Dion has been able to take it over so that I can do other things. I don't. Actually, we have a 360 booth event tonight. My daughter leads that.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Yeah.
I got the 360
Yeah.
booth in the van. But
Yeah.
she's the leader on that. So it's knowing my place and that I still bring value. You know, even though
Yes.
it's my name on it, but it's ours.
Speaking of your name, I was looking online and I actually saw a tribute to who created your logo. And it touched me. And I thank you for that. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Which one? The cat?
What about the cat? Yeah, the cat.
That was
Candid, was it?
Chris
Chris.
Candy?
Yes, God rest his soul.
He actually created the kitties.
Yeah, the kitties,
thing.
yeah.
Yes. Me and Chris were both working at Bank of America.
Okay,
As
that's what I wanted. There you
Go
go.
ahead.
As an underwriter, he was
I
on
remember.
the 4th floor as a loan officer. And Chris was doing logos and all. Chris was media way back when.
Yeah.
So I said, this
God
Chris,
rest his soul.
Chris still had some videos for us that he was
Working on.
I ain't mean to get you emotional. I just
That's
wanted.
all right. That's all right.
Okay,
Chris
good guy.
But I said, Chris, I need a logo. And he came up with a couple of them, and he's the one that came up with the kitties.
That's right.
He's
There they
the
go.
one-
Yes.
He's the one that came up with the cat over the eye. Chris did all of it.
Oh.
Let me tell you, Chris, actually, I had got approved when I was looking for my house. I had got approved for Bank of America, and Chris was the loan person that I was
He
speaking to.
was.
Right,
Chris
wow.
was the loan guy, and we had just really got started good, and I remember just talking to him on the phone, and I was talking being myself, you know, just like, hey, bro, you know, I'm just talking to him like, man, I'm trying to get this type of house, that type of house, and we was just laughing and joking, and then I saw the post.
The
you know,
news,
I
yeah.
saw the news.
So much
of his
multifaceted
passing.
media.
And I couldn't believe it. And I
photography.
remember I called Laquita because she was working at Bank of America and she knew Chris.
Yeah,
And I
I
told
know
her.
for many years.
And she was like, what? You know, so I remember when Chris passed. So I'm just going to say that I met him and was discussing with him about the loan options because I was approved to Bank of America, even though I ended up, you know, going with another company toward the end. But, you know, I mean, they had passed me on to somebody else because he was working with me at the time of his passing. So yeah, I did not know Chris was attached to. I did not know that.
Now you know. 'Cause I did my research. Yeah.
Website.
Good. Yeah.
All the pictures on the website are still Chris's pictures. Every picture that's on that website is Chris's. He took those
Nice.
pictures.
Phenomenal.
Nice. That's good.
Awesome.
Yes. So
Awesome,
I have
awesome.
a question. So
Okay.
Kitty, what is your greatest strength and your weakness?
Oh, wow.
Nice.
I honestly now feel that my greatest strength is discipline. I'm disciplined all the time, but I feel that
Wow.
that's a strength that I had to develop to get to where I need to be and to be disciplined. Because sometimes you could get so thrown off, different things drop in your path. It's like learn to be disciplined. Learn long-term success over instant gratification. That's all it really is. Like me and Nicole, we were just talking about that, and I was saying how you go to the gym. I said it's not technically about the workout, but it's about what it makes of you. That discipline is what pays you say, let me cut off 2 chains and let me cut on Audible.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
So when I inflate that, mean you done hit my soul. When I go, wow, and geesh and oosh,
Yes.
you hit me.
Go to the gym
Yeah.
instead of sitting here and just kind of relax.
Yeah.
So I think I've grown a lot in that discipline. And my weakness.
Don't claim it. Don't claim it.
Just being human. Just being human.
You know, sometimes being me,
My weakness is the people. It's my surroundings. Sometimes the outside. I just being who you are.
yeah, just being who I don't think it's a weakness, but sometimes it can get you because I'd rather not be disciplined. I'd rather just, hey.
All that.
Just free fall.
Yeah.
We outside. Just be outside.
Social.
girl, yeah.
People, society. Just having a good time.
It's easier.
You know, and I was talking to the producers. I said, I wonder if she remembers this. Do you remember me from FSCJ?
I do.
Oh, okay, because I said, and I didn't know if you was going for your bid. I naturally assumed people that was in my classes was going for their nursing degree like me.
Okay, with FSCJ, I actually had the AA, and I did the AA thing.
Okay.
I went back for nursing.
Okay.
And that's when I was going through I ended up going through a divorce, and the nursing thing just didn't work out.
Okay.
But I have like tons of credits. They just don't add up to a bachelor's. But what?
Wait a minute, hold on.
Listen, because I see in your bio and in the story, because it's a lot we missing with Miss Kitty here now.
She can do a whole part too.
It was some cheerleading going on.
Yeah, Jaguars, the Roar.
Come on, tell us about that. Tell us about that.
It was a semi-pro football team.
Yes.
That I cheered for.
Oh, I
Okay.
thought you were you not with the Roar?
No.
Well, you were so thick. Yeah, I thought my apologies.
No, you good.
You look like the Roar baby.
Okay, so who were you with? Who were you cheering
I
with?
was with Florida Falcons.
Okay.
I did a lacrosse team. Actually, that's when I realized lacrosse was
Very popular.
as popular and rough as it was.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then a couple
Grimy.
of like little basketball teams and stuff. But it
I
was
didn't know
something
that.
when I
Okay.
was coming out of my divorce, it kind of gave me an outlet to kind of just be me and explore things that I didn't do in high school. Like I was in high school, I was in ROTC. And I'm gonna tell y'all something though. I go back to that Marine Corps ROTC.
Yes, Lord.
One thing, First Sergeant Roberts.
First
and
Sergeant
Lieutenant
Give it up.
Colonel
Rest in peace, First Sergeant.
Esposito. Yes.
taught me
First Sergeant.
was discipline.
Yes.
Because baby, when you had to go in that gas chamber, you had to go in that gas chamber. It wasn't no not going to gas chamber. It wasn't no not do what you had to do what you have to do. And I really think a lot of that stuff now flows over. Because you couldn't back out of it. It's just like, it was what it was.
You had to
know
press
what I mean?
forward.
You at the gun range, and they like shooting over your head, and you get that thing, pull it down, put the dot on it, and you throw it back up, and it's just stuff going right across
Right.
your head. And we was in 10th and 11th grade.
Trying to figure out what's
Trying to
going
figure
on.
it out.
But it gave me a big sense of do what you have to do.
That's what I was
do
saying
what you
earlier.
have to do.
Yeah.
Right.
And sometimes a lot of people lack that next step, that push.
That's what I was saying
That's
in
what
our
I
last
think.
segment.
I think a lot of this new generation coming up behind us. I think a lot of them lack that that get up and go, that push yourself,
Drive.
that
push,
drive,
that
yeah, that just
drive.
keep
Yeah,
pushing
that
through.
drive.
You know, not saying everybody, because you have some of them that are go getters, but I think you hit on something when you were saying about showing your daughters and showing your granddaughter, and I think that comes from the parents not showing them
Yes.
how to push through
can't-
or how to
If a
drive.
person doesn't know, they don't know. So if you have an 8-year-old that doesn't know,
Right.
and you have a mama that doesn't know, how can you teach them manners? How can you teach them things?
Prepare
that
them
the
for it.
parents
Yeah,
don't know?
preparation.
But at some point, you have to take responsibility for your life and say, hey, the buck stops here.
Yeah.
If I want to create, like they say, you're the CEO of your last name. If I want to create a
Whoa.
great last name, it's got to start here.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
can't wait on you to do it and you to do it for me. Somebody got to be responsible for this damn.
No,
I
it's
mean,
okay.
I
Say
can't
it.
tell y'all sometimes.
You good, you good.
But
Hey.
somebody got to take
Passionate.
responsibility somewhere.
And that's the problem. People don't want to take
And
responsibility.
you in the school system.
They expect for
Now.
everybody else to take responsibility for them. And it's sometimes, I know it takes a village, but after the village leaves, it's still your responsibility.
There you go.
Yours.
It's still your responsibility to push, to want the best for you, to want the best for your children, to want
Yes.
the best for your grandchildren. So you still have to push. You still have to pray until something happens. You still have to want the best for you, for your family. So you still have to continue to push. And it just doesn't stop with you just saying, okay, I'm finished. No, you
I want my
never
children to
finished.
have one as a life insurance policy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something, you
And
know.
I did a Facebook post recently, and I told people to stop asking me for my coin. I
Right.
was like, I want to leave
Leave me
my
alone.
grandchildren. I have 5 grandchildren. I want to leave them more than a bunch of bills and a rest in peace T-shirt.
That part.
I want to leave them more than that.
Girl,
That's why I pay
I
life
want to leave me
insurance
alone now
policy.
because I got a size 12 and a size 13 in men in my house, and I don't want to be
Well, I
bothered.
tell him the ATM,
Leave me alone.
The ATM of Nikki is closed.
I know that's
So,
right.
Nikki, so,
Tired of it.
Kitty, what do you think that you will be venturing into next, or anything on the table? Do you have any? I know you're brewing up something. I know it's something somewhere brewing up. So what is on the horizon for Kitty?
what me and my sister are working on is actually going towards wellness.
Okay.
Women's wellness, because we're finding, like, it's natural for us to get up and go walking in the morning, go to the gym, doing things, because now this just is part of a life that we live.
Yeah.
And what we're finding is what's happening with a lot of women is the reason they don't do it is because there's other issues underlying. So they'll say, dang, I want to lose weight, this and this and this. But then you'll find it's maybe self-esteem issues. It may be man issues. It may be something from childhood trauma issues. It's your wellness that makes you really not just want the best for yourself, but do the best for yourself. Because we all want what's best for ourselves.
Right.
But how often do we actually put that stuff into action?
Into action.
Yeah.
There you
You know what
go.
I mean? So we're really working on a wellness thing.
So you're gonna be like a health and wellness coach? or
Yeah, like
something
my
that?
sister, I just like eat healthy all the time because it's like I'm human.
I know
but
that's
like
right.
I do what I do, and my sister's vegan, so we can like talk to people about health options and really talk about why they are how they are,
Yeah.
and resetting your mind. Like right
Yes.
now, I'm reading a book. It's called The Courage to Be Disliked, and it's not about disliking. It's about helping people with their mindset, because sometimes when you kind of dig in on a person, not dig in, but say, like, I'm gonna say one example in the book. He was saying that I have a friend that doesn't really want to go outside. When he goes outside, his legs shakes and he suffers from
Agoraphobic.
anxiety, blah, 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 blah.
Agoraphobia.
But what it wasn't really that. It was
Okay.
that often we'll create our own circumstances. It's the attention that he gets and the
Yes.
coddling
Give me
that he
some.
gets
I'm tired
Yes.
of it.
from being
Overwhelmed.
that way.
That's right.
So it ain't that he really wants to be that way, but the attention
He likes
that
the attention he
gets.
get for not being able. And you
know
know,
people
when
like
I
that.
had a health and wellness coach in 2017, and one thing we discussed was I've always been a person that took the back seat. I'd rather be the person that walk in the room and don't get acknowledged. And I was cool with that, just walking in and blending in with the paint. And I was cool with that. I'm not a person that's just got to be, hey y'all, how everybody doing?
But
That's
I'm
just
the
not me.
opposite.
Yeah, but see, I never wanted that attention. But what we got to the bottom with me having a health and wellness coach was coming up, me and my sister, she was darker. She didn't have the long hair. I was lighter. I had the long, pretty hair. So it was a lot of attention put on me, which the attention was taken off of her.
Wow.
So I dumbed myself down so she could shine.
Yeah.
And that's what we discovered in me having a health and wellness coach, was that I had adapted to falling back so other people could shine. When at the end of the day, like, she made me realize, you got to be who you are. It's their responsibility to step up and be true in who they
But
are. and
but
develop
when you
they
are who you are, there's a tendency to where a lot of my energy is absorbed from me being who I am. Because when I walk in, I bring a presence. And then I have your dead family member, your child need this, I hear all these different scenarios, and it drains me. And they know I'm going to listen, and I'm oriented. I love my people, I love my family and friends, but it's draining. Walk to a nightclub or just want to eat. You don't want to hear all this stuff. You just want to eat. You just want to drink. Come and just hear some music. You don't want to hear all these family problems and issues. And by the time I get home, I got more stripes and pains than Wonder Woman. Y'all done beat me down with your. They suck my energy from me.
You got your first
Period.
plane right over here. You got your first plane.
I'm here for it. When we
There go
going?
your first plane.
Some of that is the power to be disliked.
That's exactly what I
Oftentimes,
mean.
Sometimes when it happens, it relieves you of certain things because you can't fix
Well, can you teach me this? Where's this book? Because I want to be.
It's on audio.
I want to be all the way.
And what it is just a dialogue.
Okay.
A dialogue of a guy and another guy talking. But
Okay.
it's called The Courage to Be Disliked. It's on Audible.
I like it. I'm going to look it up.
The courage to be this
The
way.
Courage to Be
First,
Disliked.
just like,
It ain't like just trying to be a nasty person. It's
Just
it's
hey.
so philosophical that when you're listening to something like, wait a minute, I ain't think of that. You push it back. You know what I mean?
Absorb your energy. I'm ready.
I feel like the older I get, the more and more sometimes I just start not to like people.
But I hear me too.
I don't know.
And then people say, Hammer, you lovable. People like you. But no, they really don't. They just want to absorb my energy, and I'm tired of them taking it.
You know what?
I'm over it.
I was reading. I forgot the name of the book I was reading, but it's called they're vampires. They're sucking your
Yes,
energy.
I know what you mean.
Right.
They're
Yes.
sucking your energy, and after a while, you just get tired, and you be like, do I really need
I go
this
home and
right
wash
now?
it off me.
Do I really need this right now? Do I really like people right now? I love people,
Right.
but do I really need you to do this to me
Yeah.
right now?
And then you
Yeah.
have to
No,
realize
I really need this.
the courage to be disliked means you got to, some people you got to get rid of.
Yeah.
So some
baby.
people may not like me
Been there,
because
done it.
I'm done with it.
Yeah.
Been there,
my
done
my
it.
focus is my peace.
Yes.
Amen.
And if you constantly not bringing me peace, or it's just always something, you got to go. It's just I'm just
So how
it's
do
okay
you
with that.
how do you manage all of these businesses, having a personal life, being a mother, being a grandmother, dating? How is it, just trying to maneuver and go through life as a female multi-entrepreneur, like, because you have some multi-business entrepreneur.
When I hear the word multifaceted, I think about you. When
Yeah,
I hear it on TV,
how do you juggle all of these things?
Some people think
And
about-
can you tell somebody in the audience that may be viewing that maybe have a business and think about going into something else and something else? How do you just tell them how you kind of orchestrate through life and keeping your sanity? What is it that you do to keep it all together and keep your sanity at the same time?
Number one, my wellness. My wellness matters. When you become an entrepreneur, even just a lady, we have to remember that your wellness comes first. It's like the airplane theory. If the plane is going down, I can't put it
You
on
put your
you
mask
and
on.
try
Right.
to save myself.
There you
Yes,
go.
you put your mask on first. Correct.
I work on me. That means that I have to deal with. That's why sometimes I'm reading them books. I'm a very extroverted introvert. I spend a lot of time alone, and a lot of people think that all the time I'm like doing.
You have an alter
When
ego. You have your other
many
person who you are,
times I'm
right?
by myself because that helps me focus. I can walk around the house in quiet for a long time, and I live by myself, so I spend a lot of time to myself. But I work on my wellness, which makes room for start to the businesses and a little social life and things like that. So coming from, not from an entrepreneur, coming from a woman, work on you first. Get you, we got to find our peace. If you're not at peace, and you just not, and that's not going to always be peaceful,
Right.
but if you got all this going on,
Oh,
You got to find a quiet place.
yeah, it won't
The
work.
quiet
Because
place.
it's
I was going to
so
ask
much.
you, how was your social life besides all these businesses that you're doing? It's like,
People think I date a lot. Girl.
I think you're just a social butterfly, and they don't know how to take it.
I know somebody this and this.
No, rumors.
Like that. But what I said, remember that yesterday, I have gotten to a point where I think because of maybe I'm being me or something, I attract better. I attract less. It's not so much a quantity, but the
Quality.
is better.
Okay.
Yes. that's
So I may not get a bunch of phone calls. You know, sometimes when you was young, you like Sean calling, Mike calling, you just.
I think it's where you
Maybe not
are. I
worth
think it's
it.
more of your surroundings. If you take
Yeah.
yourself out of certain
So I
environments,
get a better
you get a better quality.
quality, and that's something that we have to set our boundaries on.
I know
What we
that's
consider
right.
a quality man.
What you say, a slim pickings, but the pickings good.
Yeah, and you have to start.
Latricia and Hammer are two
Quality
different people, but they got the same aspect. I want certain quality. I want a
A
quality.
certain quality.
Yeah.
And my thing is not like quality is like money. My quality is like being a man, opening the door.
Love
Be
it.
like a lady. Stuff like that. So I ain't like your pocket. You
Yeah.
could be the garbage man. You do me right. We vibing like
I
that.
agree. I agree.
I
But
can run
that
a bath
comes
for
from
you,
your
you the garbage
wellness.
man. I can run a bath for you. Come
Yeah,
on in
exactly.
and feed you and be my
Bubbles.
man. Bubbles.
All
So
right.
that's working with your wellness.
Okay. All right. So I think right now is a good time for you just to plug. I want you to take the time out to look into the camera, plug some of your businesses, let them know where they can find you and what you got going on.
All right.
All right. First of all, let's go here. Kitty's Car Wash, 10934 Lim Turner Road, 32218. Come by. We're open Tuesday through Sunday. Come by, get your car clean, support a black business, hand car wash. And then with that, there's Kitty's Car Rentals that's located at Kitty's Car Wash.
Right next door.
And then that's the headquarters for Kitty's Custom Cleaning. www.kittyscustomcleaning.com. And then we have our vacation rentals, our 360 booth. So if you want to rent a 360 booth, contact me. Go to the website, kittyscustomcleaning.com. We have kitty braids by Mo. Oh Lord, look
So
at
much.
Yeah, she got it all.
But you just go to our website, kittyscustomcleaning.com.
That beautiful pool I'm trying to book, and it's all booked up.
Yes, yes, she got a beautiful
Our
house
thing
with a
is
pool.
find a service, provide a need. I mean, find a need, provide a service.
There you go.
That's just what it is. We're service oriented, and we're here.
I
for
love
you.
it.
So just go to our website.
So there it is, people. Go check out my girl Kitty at Kitty Custom Cleaning
Nakita.
and see what she got. She may have something for you. Vacation house, car rental, car wash, hair braid, in 360 booth. She got it all. You need it, she got it.
Oh, no,
Holla
that's
at my
for
girl.
sure.
Miss Helma Glamour, tell the people where they can find you
Oh,
at.
glamour time. I just thought you never asked. Glamour Time Entertainment, each and every Thursday night, I host what we call Cocktails, Kickback, and Karaoke at 311 East Bay Street. We have the live bar. Best entertainment ever on a Thursday night. Come through. You won't be disappointed.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Before we forget, we got a quick thing we're going to do. We're going to do this thing we call In with 10. Anytime we have a guest on the show, we do a quick
I'm ready.
10 questions. We ask them real quick. Miss Helma Glamour, give Kitty the questions.
Kitty,
Let's go.
Mary J. Blige, subject, my life or share my world?
My life.
Me
My
too.
favorite
Girl,
service.
mine.
She said
Bop, bop, bop.
everything in my life.
Keep
I
it
love
going.
Share My World.
What you got?
Netflix and chill inside or dinner and a movie outside?
I Netflix and chill inside.
Yeah.
Just-
Okay.
All right, Spicy Red, what you got?
Okay. Jodeci or Drew Hill?
Jodeci.
Oh, yeah, man.
Jamaica or Hawaii?
I love Jamaica. I love
All right.
Tennis shoes or stilettos?
tennis shoes.
All right. Okay. I got one for you. New York or LA?
Oh, shit.
That was a tough one. Ooh, I stumped you.
Stop kidding, baby.
LA. I go to LA.
Okay. Celebrity hottest English style. Idris Elba or John Boyega?
Idris, baby.
Okay, your dream car, Mercedes or Benz?
They're both Benz. Benz is a Mercedes.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Mercedes,
Mercedes. I'm
baby.
sorry, BMW. Mercedes
There you
or
go.
BMW.
I
I'm
guess
sorry.
I'll take a Mercedes.
Okay,
I'm a Jeep girl, just so you know. That's my
Hey!
that'll work.
I love
What you
it.
got,
Right.
Ladybug?
Sweet potato pie or pumpkin pie?
sweet potato.
Okay. Hey,
Who does that?
I wouldn't pick no pumpkin pie either. Look, all right. We eating a southern boil or a golden crab tray?
Garlic crab.
Damn.
Getting heartburn.
Such a
Okay.
Duval in.
So that is Duval style. My girl, she want that southern boy. Oh no, garlic crab. too. Garlic crab.
She want that. Blah, 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 blah.
And don't forget, if you're on the highways and byways of the good old United States, you see that FedEx truck, give a special horn blow. Think about my girl, Spicy Red. If you get that call from the school telling you to come pick up your badass kid, because they've been cutting up the day.
And they are there.
Think of my girl, Ladybug. She's been in education for 26 years. And if you think about anything full of love, peace, and prosperity meaning money. Think of me, Nikki Nicole. Y'all be blessed. Have a good day. Thank you for tuning in. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.